like to welcome you to the first of what we hope will be many videos, conversations, and contemplations for Sarana Institute. I'm Reverend Andrew Blake. I'm one of the co-founders and the program director. And at Sarana Institute, we really focus on the development of mindfulness and compassion skills, ones that you can use in your everyday lives, ones that we develop for healthcare professionals, end-of-life care professionals, and also for young adults in our Mindfulness and Nature program. In today's video, what we'd like to set out are some real grounds for how you set up yourself for meditation practice, particularly the sitting. Meditation has many meanings. In the Zen tradition, they call it zazen. And zazen simply means just sitting. And in the Tibetan tradition, they call meditation gong, which means making friends with your own mind. So you need a way to cultivate that ability to just sit and to make friends with your own mind. So today I want to explore some of the elements of sitting, 3 versions of sitting: chair, bench, and on the cushion, and some of the pitfalls, some of the supports that we need so that we can have a very established sitting practice, and that we can sit for longer periods of time in what we call relative ease. Not perfect ease, just relative ease. Buddha taught there was 3 different ways that you meditate. You can meditate while you're sitting, which we'll explore today, walking, which our subsequent video will explore walking meditation, and lying down. And there are special practices that can be done lying down, but in most cases meditation is best done sitting up, lest we fall asleep. So I would like to start with exploring the chair sitting. One of the most important things that isn't outlined in most meditation instructions is how important the posture is. Because in meditation we're actually sitting. And so we have to find a way over time where you choose the best version for you. The way that you can sit the most comfortably, knowing that the body isn't designed at first to sit perfectly still. It takes time for the muscles to relax, the joints to settle in, and for you to find a way to feel really, truly comfortable in your sitting. So first, we need to find the method or the place that's most comfortable for you. So I'm going to demonstrate the chair sitting. And you'll see in chair sitting, as in all of the positions, that we want to sit in a way that the hips are just slightly higher than the knees, and this will prevent the body and the legs from falling asleep. And we want to sit in a way that there's some alignment. So here on the chair, you'll see that I'm sitting, and you want to sit as best as you can in a 90-degree, and I placed a little cushion here so that it just takes my hips up just a little tiny bit. But what's most important is that you find a way that there's a slight inner curve so that the body is stacked up. Sometimes they call it stacking up a set of coins. Or a sense of the posture is often described as tree or mountain pose. So you want to create that sense of uprightness. I'm going to come over and also show you what it looks like to sit what they call seizen, or on the bench, which is sitting folded over the knees. Not a good position for me, because I tore my cartilage when I was young. So this is not a good position for me. But you can see that the bench is actually specially designed on a slant, so that again, there's the sense that the spine lifts up out of the bench, and if you need an extra cushion, you can add a cushion there, and your body then can be lengthened upright. I'll now show the cushion, which is my preferred position, and is for many of us. And there's many classic positions. When I was younger, I could do the classic position, the full lotus, the half lotus position, where the soles of the feet are fully upright, and it would be like fully upright like that, which I won't do. Remember my knee. But then I'm sitting in what they call the Burmese style, where one foot is folded lightly in front of the other. So this is one of the classic positions, but there's also what we would just call just gentle sitting, I sometimes will sit this way with my heels just underneath the knees, supporting the backs of the knees like this. So it's really up to each of us to experiment with our sitting. Now, sometimes we need supports. Because of, as I mentioned, my knee injury, I find after sitting for a while, you can see that my knee comes up like this, and many of us have tight hips. So we'll sit meditating and our knees are up like this, especially for men, this is more an issue with tight hips. And so with your knees like this, after a while, that will create strain on the body. So we want to sometimes put supports. So I will often take pillows, as many pillows as I need, to gently support my knees. And that takes the pressure off the knees. And again, I want to be able to sit upright so that there's a sense of full alignment. So I have supports if I need it. Sometimes you can even get small pillows and put them here. Depending on the length of your arms, sometimes you need to have a small pillow here just to support your hands. So I'd like to go over, now that I'm in my sitting position, how I would practice, what they call the 7 points in Vajrayana Buddhism, called the 7 points of Vairocana. And these are 7 ways of placement. So placement is very important in sitting practice. So the first thing I've done is I placed myself so that my spine can be lifted and can be lengthened upright. So that's the first placement, is the sense of placing the spine in a comfortable position. I've got my pillow supports. The next is the placement of the hands. You can place your hands flat down. The classic mudra you'll see in many yogic positions. They might hold the fingers like this or resting down. And a traditional way is to place one hand in the other where the thumbs softly touch like this. And there's kind of a secret method to this, because if you get really drowsy, the thumbs will flop down. And if you get too busy in your mind, the thumbs will push together. So there's a way that in meditation we're learning how to place our attention. And the first thing we're doing is placing our attention in the body. So I placed my hands and found a comfortable placement for the hands. Next, the placement of the shoulders. So again, there's no sense of going back or forward. I found a comfortable position for the spine. And then also for the shoulders. So I'm going to just let them softly roll back. So there's a sense of gentle lifting from the sternum and the shoulders relaxed. The next placement then is the placement of the head and the neck. And that's often accomplished by relaxing the jaw, so that the head doesn't tilt back in meditation, but it also doesn't drop too far forward. You'll see sometimes, and sometimes you need someone to actually check on your posture. It's the benefit of being in a class or coming to a retreat, because you really have someone check on your posture and help you find the most comfortable position. Once you've got that sense, with the jaw relaxing, the chin just slightly tucks in. And that creates a placement then for the sense of the eyes. Now there's many ways to place your eyes. The classic way of placing the eyes would be either closed, or the eyes softly open, gazing down. But a third method is the eyes fully open, looking forward. So these are 3 ways to place the eyes. And finally, we place the tongue just softly on the roof of the mouth, on the soft palate. And so from this position, we're ready to start our practice. So I look forward to joining you again for the next installation, where we'll explore how to practice and also how to practice walking meditation. It's great to spend this time with you.